So let's go over how to start an LLC in Florida. So I built this little chart here to explain step by step what you need to do in order to start a business in the state of Florida. So the very first thing that we need to do is when we're starting an LLC, we need to choose a name. So the name requirements in Florida are that the company must include a limited liability company in the name, or it could include LLC or L.L.C. So you must ensure that when you're creating the name for the business that you need to include one of those options in the business name itself. And you also want to make sure that the name is unique. So it's got to be distinguishable from other business names in Florida, and it can't get confused with any official government names as well. The next step is to appoint a registered agent. And this is someone that is authorized to receive legal documents on behalf of your LLC. And they also must have a physical address in the state of Florida. So you're going to want to make sure that when you get a registered agent, that they are located within Florida. The next step is to file an articles of organization, and you can do this either by mail or through Florida's website, and it is going to cost a fee of $125. This is universal across the board in Florida. If you're going to start an LLC, then you're going to need to pay $125 as a fee to file the articles of organization. And lastly, you're going to need to obtain a business EIN, which stands for Employee Identification Number. So this is basically like a social security number for your business. And this is necessary because you're going to need this for tax purposes as well as if you plan on hiring employees. And you can obtain an EIN by applying online to the IRS website, and they should be able to get you one for free. Now, this process can be quite complex and confusing, especially if you don't know what you're doing, which is why I choose to use a website to do this for me. The website I used for my own LLC is called busy.com. I'll have a link in the description down below. And this is what I used to set up my own LLC. And they basically guide you through each step that we covered in this flowchart here. If you want to follow along, again, you can click the link down in the description and we can go through this step by step and get everything set up. So first, for the entity, we want to make sure that we select LLC, and for the state, we're going to select Florida. Then go ahead and click on where it says Start My Business. Now here, there's going to be 3 different packages you can choose from: the basic, standard, and premium. For most people, I would say just getting the standard is enough to get everything going and get everything set up. Now premium does have some extra benefits, but I really just suggest you just start out with the standard plan because it's going to cover everything that we need to do, like the EIN and the registered agent, as well as getting all the operating agreements set up. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose the standard option and click on where it says continue. I also do want to point out, as you can see, the total is $324 right now. And this is because, again, we're paying for the $200 standard package, but you also have that $125 filing fee that we covered over in the flowchart right here for the articles of organization. So again, that's why the total is $324, is because we also have that $125 Florida state filing fee. So let's go ahead and enter in a name for our business. Remember, we said that we need to include LLC, L.L.C, or limited liability company. I'm going to select LLC as the designator, and I'm going to go ahead and enter in a business name. Then I'm going to click on where it says next. Now here we can choose to get this set up faster. So they have a 3 business day filing time for an additional $50. I'm just going to select the 3 weeks filing time because I'm not in a rush. And I suggest you probably just do the same unless you really need this done very quickly. You can just select the 3 weeks filing time. It's going to cost $0. So let's just go ahead and select that. And we're going to click on where it says next. Then you're going to want to enter in your contact information. Next, we're going to need to enter in our company address. So we have 2 options here. We can use the professional business address and virtual mail service, which is provided by Busy for $29 a month. But personally, I would just use your own address here, and you can go ahead and enter in your own address below. Here they're going to offer premium service packages, but you can just go ahead and click on where it says no thanks. I will pass on this opportunity because we don't really need all of this extra stuff at the moment. Next, we're going to need to enter in the amount of members and owners that we have in our business. So for me, it's just going to be 1 because it's just myself. Once you enter everything in, go ahead and click on where it says next. And now here's where we're going to need to set up our registered agent. So remember, I said that every business in Florida needs to have a registered agent, and they also have to be within the state of Florida. So This is where Busy becomes really useful because they can give you a registered agent after you set up your LLC. And I highly recommend that you do go with this because, again, a lot of this stuff can be complex. It's just better to have someone that knows what they're doing set this up for you. So I'm going to go ahead and click Assign Busy as my registered agent. And I'm going to go ahead and click on where it says next at the bottom. Here's where we're going to need to set up our EIN. So you're going to need to enter in your first and last name, as well as your social security number or your ITIN. And then you're also going to need to enter in your address. This next step, they're going to ask if you want to set up a business bank account. We're just going to go ahead and click no, not at this time, and click on where it says next. They're also going to ask you if you want to set up a tax strategy / free consultation. I'm just going to click I'm not interested at this time and click on where it says next. Now they will offer you a business license and permit setup. I'm going to click on no thanks, I'll do this work myself. But you can also choose this option if you'd like to get this set up. It's only a $99 fee. But for now, I'm just going to click no thanks, I'll do this work myself, and click on where it says next. And finally, we're going to need to review everything to make sure we entered everything correctly. Once you have looked over everything and made sure everything is correct, you can go ahead and click on where it says next. This is where you're going to enter in your billing information. Once you enter everything in correctly, you can click on where it says I agree, and click on where it says complete and pay. And that is how you set up a LLC in Florida. If this video helped you out, please leave a like. Once again, I'll have a link in the description down below if you want to go ahead and sign up and set up an LLC with Busy. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helped you out.